Dear students, as we are studying chapter 4 business services, in last video we have studied concept of business services, features of business services and difference between goods and services. Now let's continue further. Classification of services, types of services. So services can be broadly categorized into three groups: business services, social services and personal services. Business services are those services which are helpful in carrying out business operations smoothly, like banking, insurance, transportation, warehousing, communication. So without all these services, business activities cannot be carried out. Okay, now social services are those services which are carried out with the motive of economic development or welfare of human beings, or social motive, like upliftment of weaker section or upliftment of society, etc. For an example, charity to orphanage, or organizing free medical camps, etc. Now personal services are those services which are experienced differently by different consumers. These are apart from business services. That means these services don't help to carry out business activities directly, but these are carried out to satisfy the different needs of the consumers, like entertainment needs by tourism, or needs of enjoying meals in restaurant, etc. Okay, so these are termed as personal services. These services cater different needs of consumers. See the content on your screen. Classification or types of services, which I explained you. Number 1, business services. Number 2, social services. Third one, personal services. So business services which are used by business enterprise to carry on business activities. Example, banking, insurance, transportation, warehousing, communication, etc. Then social services, these are carried out voluntarily to achieve goal or to uplift the society at large, like upliftment of standard of living of a weaker section of society, like providing housing facilities to people living in slum areas, etc. These services are generally carried out by government, business enterprises and NGO. And the next one is personal services. As I explained, these are experienced differently by different consumers. According to the service provider, these services might differ. So also depend on customers' needs and demands, like tourism, restaurant, or theatre, cinema hall. Okay, now we will study various categories of business services. In this chapter we will just focus on business services. Yes, so in this chapter we will study different types of business services, in which one type of service is being eliminated, that is postal services. So we will study only banking services and insurance services in these chapters. Anyways, have a look of various categories of business services: banking services, insurance, postal and telecom services, warehousing services and transportation. In this chapter we will focus on banking and insurance services. So let's focus on banking services. So you know bank. What are banks? Generally you have seen banks and its services, that generally money is deposited in the banks and we withdraw money at the time of requirement. So let's see the exact meaning of the bank. So bank is an organization which deals in money. It deposits the funds and lends to those who is in need of funds. It may be any individual or any industry or company or any kind of trade in return of interest. Exactly, it provide interest on depositing funds and it charge interest on lending funds. We can say that banks are those financial institutions which exchange funds between those who have extra money and to those who is in need of fund. So it act as an intermediary between money lenders and money borrowers. A bank earns a margin of profit by lending money which it borrows usually. Beside these, bank provides lots of services like currency exchange or consultancy services and other digital services we will see in details. So banks occupy an important position in the modern business world. No business can exist without dealing with bank nowadays. No country can make commercial and industrial progress without a well organized banking system. Banks encourage the habit of saving among the public. They mobilize small savings and channelize them into productive uses. This is the main function of any bank. Okay, so meaning of bank is a financial institution which collect deposits from public, repayable on demand, and earns a small margin of profit by lending money. Now you can see various functions of commercial bank on your screen, like accepting the deposit, lending money, then it also act as an agency. So now we will see different kinds of bank accounts. As you know, to deal with the bank, one has to open account in the bank. So we will see next topic, various type bank deposits. So we can open accounts like saving deposit account, recurring deposit account, current deposit account, and fixed deposit account. Let's see these accounts in detail. Number 1, fixed deposit account. By opening this account, a person can deposit money for a fixed period, and after completion of that specified period, one person get his money from the bank along with higher rate of return. Okay, so usually the rate of interest is higher in this account. So if anyone has excess fund, they can get good returns on their funds by depositing in fixed bank account, fixed deposit account. It is also called FD. So the longer the period of deposit, the higher will be the rate of interest on deposit they will get. Next one is current deposit account. This account is very useful for the businessmen. Generally, through this account, any time they can withdraw or deposit their money as per their desire, and generally money is withdrawn from this account through checks. Okay, and one important point to be noted, that no interest is paid on current account. But businessmen can be benefited by getting overdraft and credit facility from this account. Next one is saving deposit account. This account is opened by depositing a small sum of money. A person can withdraw and deposit money whenever needed. Checkbook and passbook are issued to depositor by the banks. Passbook is the book in which all details of money deposited and withdrawal are mentioned. The main objectives of opening this account is to promote small savings. Depositor also gets interest on his deposits, but the rate of interest of saving deposit is generally lower than fixed deposit account. Next one is recurring deposit account. In this account, a fixed amount is deposited regularly. That means every month for a fixed period. And on maturity, the entire amount together with interest is repaid to depositor by the bank. The interest rate on this account is higher than that on saving deposit. Alright. Next one is multiple option deposit account. This account is a combination of saving account and current account, and it gets account holder gets twin benefit of saving account and current account. The very interesting feature of this account is when saving the deposit in excess of a particular limit get automatically transferred into fixed deposit. On the other hand, if there is less fund is available in saving account, so by depositing a required sum through check, we can transfer the amount from saving account to fixed deposit account. Okay, therefore the account holder has twin benefit from this amount. He can earn more interest and it lowers the risk of dishonoring check. All right.